Karina from Premier Fitness Solutions. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about where it all started. We've actually made 10 years, just recently 10-year anniversary. It's in April of Premier where we all started. So we started 10 years ago. It was actually my boyfriend at the time, Jamie, and our friend Craig and I decided to leave the big box gym and start something on our own to make sure that we provide the service and experience for our clients that we thought they deserve. And it was a great experience down the road. Our friend moved on to something else, and Jamie and I stayed the course and continue growing with Premier, and now we're at 10 years. But it all started long time ago, and I'm sure you can read my accent. You know, I'm not born and raised in the United States. I actually was born in Poland and lived my early adult life out there at the age of 15. Out there we kind of had to decide what we wanted to do for a living, choosing our high school class profile, you know, so I decided to go to chemistry class, which the main focus was on biology and chemistry and all the other subjects, of course, but that helped me get prepared to my physical therapy school, which down the road I ended up entering Academy of Physical Education, the rehab program. So I graduated from there. During that program, you know, I started to have a little more passion for fitness. There's a little more backstory to that. I will touch on that a little bit, but I did suffer from eating disorder. I did suffer from anorexia, so I felt like I needed to work out a lot, and that's what got me to working out more and being intrigued with fitness as well, for wrong reasons. You know, those reasons down the road changed once I got better, and but this is one of the reasons why I look at fitness as a health and holistic approach, not just losing weight, because it's really important for me that people do it for right reasons and they have their why figured out and why they do it, because I would never want to have anybody see anybody suffer like I did. But that's not what I wanted to talk about today. So anyways, graduated from college, got my aerobic certification along the way too, and got a job in a hospital in my hometown where I worked for 3 years with mostly neurological patients. And aside of that, I worked in a little fitness club and also rented a place where I taught classes myself. 3 years down the road, I work in a hospital with pretty sick people, mostly strokes, spinal cord injuries, brain injuries. You know, I saw a lot of suffering and a lot of and I loved it. You know, it was a great job. I felt like I was making a difference, but also I didn't feel like I was making enough difference. You know, some of those people were not making as much improvements that I would like to see, and also it was not really a very happy place to be. Some life events, which maybe I'll touch about it again, led me to decide to move to this country, leave everything behind. I didn't really know that much English, so I had to go to school to learn English, mostly how to speak. I knew how to write and how to read. I just didn't really know how to converse, you know, so I didn't really understand what people were saying. So anyways, went to school, could take any job I possibly could. So I was working a cleaning service, cleaning houses by myself, babysitting, which I loved that job. That gave me a chance to spend time with the beautiful, wonderful little babies, as well as down the road practice some English, so that was very helpful as well. Got my massage therapy license, so started to work in a massage, and that allowed me to get also have time to study for personal training certification. I was kind of debating between going back to physical therapy or doing something with fitness, and fitness was always a part of my life and really was always a huge passion. I just didn't think it was good enough, you know, for me to do it. I felt like I have responsibility to do physical therapy, so I followed my gut and decided to get a personal training license and or certification with NASM, and that's how I got my first job. lifetime. 3 years later, met Jamie. 3 years later, I started to date Jamie, and 2 years later, we decided to leave Lifetime and start Premier. Throughout all those years, my fitness approach changed and kept changing a little bit. I was always intrigued by people, mental game and mental attitude, so I would always try to learn a little more about how can we change our attitude and how is it affecting our actions. So that was always a passion of mine, so that's always gonna be there, because I love learning more about how we can motivate people and how our mental game can change our results. But also 2.5 years ago, about I got involved in Czech Institute and got first holistic certification, holistic coaching certification, which that got me new tools and a new passion to really teaching people more about healthy lifestyle, about for doctors, doctor movement, doctor diet, doctor sleep, and doctor quiet, and so all the aspects of our being, also finding our real reasons and digging deep and finding out why we do things that we do. And I plan on continuing this journey with this Czech Institute, because I want to learn more and more, but also that opened my eyes to other things out there, and seeing other things and other ways to help people not only get better and get fit, but also end their pain and suffering, because a lot of people suffer from autoimmune disorders or other things, that I feel like there is a little more help out there that some of us get. So, and